There has been a major update to what is coming in Football Manager 2025 today. In this video, I'm going to cover everything that is readily available for us to take a look at, whether that's the removal of shouts, whether that's the removal of challenge mode, whatever it may be. We're going to go in depth and in detail in this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you love Football Manager. Now let's take a look at what's coming in FM25 after the recent update. As you can see, there has been a big development update from Football Manager. This is the official Football Manager website, the Sports Interactive owned one. This is the official news. If you're getting it from anywhere else, that's perfectly fine. But the main source of truth is right here, right now. Taking a look at it, it is the next era of Football Manager. They've been in the game for 20 years now, and they've been producing absolute worldies for those 20 years. In my humble opinion, I think it is the world's greatest game, and I think it will always be the world's greatest game. Recently having 10 million of us playing the game. I think console was such a big addition last year and the year before. It's absolutely taken Football Manager to the next level, and I feel like some of these changes will take them to the next level. The game is getting a brand new user interface and user experience as well. If what that means is it's going to get a brand new look and feel, and it's going to get a brand new way of how you use the system, and all that will be focused on in this video as we go through them section by section. So first up, what is changing in Football Manager 2025? This was some big news. Removing touchline shouts is a big admission from the game, in my opinion. I've won games with shouts alone. Managers shout from the touchline. It is a little bit controversial, this one. I don't know how long it's going to be out for. I mean, there isn't really any kind of timeline on bringing it back. I do really want them to come back, but it'll only reappear if and when we can do them properly. I think what they're saying there is people like me and other creators have figured out how to use the shouts in an overpowered manner, and they want to bring them back and bring back more options potentially and revamp it. And I think that's fair play. They've held their hands up. It wasn't the best system, but I enjoyed it. Everyone enjoyed it. They just want to do it better, and you can't argue with that. That is fair enough. That is fair play, in my opinion. If you want to remove something and bring it back in the future because you want to do better, hey, there's nothing wrong with that at all. To optimize the both user experience and the user interaction, it is going to be a bespoke social media screen for FM25. Now I like the look of that, and we'll go through, look at the screenshots that they've shared, and I'm sure they will share more. But on date of recording and of date of publishing this video, this is what we have to work with so far. Now, create a club mode. I thought that was a very novel idea in the start. I feel like I didn't think people use it, and my hunch was really backed up here. As you can see in the stats, only 5% of us use it, and then it's been declining ever since. If people are not using a way of playing the game, what is the point in having it? Create a club. To be fair, Football Manager, you create your own club anyway. I mean, you do pick a team that already exists, but who stays with that starting 11 throughout the whole game? You buy your own players, you make your own tactics, you bring your own staff in. The only thing that changes is the name. And to be honest, you could just use the editor to do that anyway. You don't need a separate mode for that, in my humble opinion. Versus mode was another one as well that people don't really use. 0.5% of the audience using it. I mean, that's tiny. I mean, there must be about 3 people. No, I'll work out the maths later. But again, that's another thing that's going. Challenge mode is being removed and may come back in Football Manager 26 or 27. So you're talking a couple of years away. I know people, particularly on my TikTok channel, absolutely love challenge mode, and they want to make it more immersive, which is fair enough. I feel like that's a mode that can do with a little bit more of upgrading. And they've done something. They didn't like the look and the feel of it. They didn't like how people were using it. So they've gone away. We're going to go away. We're going to take your feedback in, and we're going to improve it. What more do you want from a developer, in that opinion? They're not putting advertisements in the game like some other AAA developers are. These guys are doing things absolutely properly, and that's what we love to see. Fantasy draft. I'm a big fan of fantasy draft. I love fantasy drafts. I do them with my mates. I do them with the wife as well. But it's not going to be there on day one. Fair enough. I mean, I think day one, Football Manager 2025, the beta this year might be quite basic from what we're seeing and what they're saying. I feel like it could be something that would be absolutely incredible, and they've therefore decided to partner with FIFA E Sports Division and International Division. Using Football Manager 2012, 24 players will contest a tournament, a massive tournament, World Cup on the line for $100,000. That will be something incredible. I hope to enter that competition and get that 100 grand and change my life. You guys enter that as well, and let's make it the most competitive E tournament going. Let's make it better than FIFA, lads. Come on, let's go, man. And as you can see, like we've said, there's a new UI, user interaction. There's going to be new tiles and cards, but what you guys really came here to see was the new screenshots. Now, these are work in progress, as it says, and to be perfectly honest, the last 5 matches here, as you can see, like, you've got the nice Premier League badges in there, lads. Everyone wants the Premier League badges. It was a big thing they announced recently as well, to have that in the game, and I feel like this is going to be absolutely top notch for next year, with the faces, with the badges, the stadiums. Oh, it's going to be crisp. I mean, I like the way that this looks. It's very modern, I have to say. I'm not a graphic designer myself, and I'm not a creative person in that way. It's very black and white. It's grey. It's easy to look at. Colours play a big part in it. I mean, it's simple. It's simple. I mean, I'm not the most creative person, but for me, that works. For me, I have no issue with these. Again, another way of showing information here. You've got the games, some key stats, some seasonal stats going in as well. I think they don't look too bad. If I'm honest, it's functional. And let's be frank, lads. Who doesn't download a new skin and put it on there anyway? So this is going to be the default skin. Most people have their own special skins that they like. So again, it is what it is. Goodbye Inbox and Hello Portal. Now, another facet of the UI work has been to study the constant evolution of the way people interact with the emails in their inbox. For me, I'm a spacebar smasher. I smash through them. I read them very quick, and I don't do very much with them unless you have to do some HR stuff with players wanting new contracts. That needs to be changed in Football Manager 25. I want to delegate that to the assistant manager. That's just too much. But here we are. Here's what the inbox should be looking like. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Let's be honest, lads. I feel like this is so different from what we currently have. It's nicely laid out. It looks more user-friendly. It looks a lot more easy to use is what I'm saying. But again, it's going to take a little bit of adjustment going from FM24 into FM25. But again, it looks sleek. It looks like crisp. Let me know in the comments if you're disagreeing with any of this. Please do stop me waffling. And please do tell me that this is something you want to see. Now, this is what we wanted to see, the gameplay. And they've gone with the 2D circles. Now, I know you, man, love 2D circles. I remember when they first came out, back in the day, 2D circles was going from text to this. This was next level in 2003, 2004. We're in big boy 2024. Like, I don't use the 2D circles. I like the 3D action. I don't mind the way the graphics look at the moment. There isn't much around graphics in this. But again, this looks sleek. This looks nice. It looks like everything's well laid out. You can see the formations of the teams. You can see the player ratings. You can see the stats. You can have the events. I'm sure you can have league tables up and all that kind of stuff. I love having a league table up when I'm playing the game. I love to see where I am, if I win, how many points is it between me and where I want to finish, all that kind of stuff. I need that. I'm sure you can have that in build your own user interface here. Looks fairly standard to me. The biggest thing, and this is, guys, apply for this now. I'm telling you, please subscribe to the FMFC. This is going to be game changing for you if you don't already have it. You can go in for a lottery and see if you can get tested the game before it comes out. You're going to want to do that. Who doesn't want to do that? I really want to do that. Like, I'm going to subscribe. I probably won't get picked. If I do, I'm going to be gassed. Honestly, it's a dream come true. Dream place to go and visit. And a dream place to go and work, to be perfectly honest. I'm not pitching my services, I'm just saying it is a lifelong dream. Anyway, furthermore, what's to come? What more can we expect after this most recent update? Now, Miles is a great guy. He shared a lot here, and that FIFA tournament, wow, that's the big news. That's the big pinnacle point in this. I mean, an Football Manager competition is absolutely life-changing for so many people. And the person who first wins it, I guarantee you, man, are going to be on BBC News, ITV News, Sky News, all of that. You're going to be all over that. And the return of the official Football Manager podcast. Yes, let's go. Football Manager podcast. There's so many out there. There's so many good ones. Tony Jameson, RDF, shout them, man, out. They do a great podcast. There's others as well. That's the one I listen to. But the official Football Manager podcast, I don't want to be listening to that. I want to be on that. I'm not going to lie to you, lads. I want to be on that. In collaboration with a big player in the audio space, we're using an external host and production team. The podcast will be looking beyond FM and the wider world of football. Mate, it's going to be absolutely cracking. Now, these changes are big. I think for me, in summary, The World Cup thing for Football Manager is absolutely crisp, top notch, absolutely lovely. Can't wait to hear more details about that. Removing shouts, that's a con for me. That is one of the cons of this, but it may come back in a further, guys. I mean, let me know in the comments. Is this a dub? Is it not? I'm getting gassed for Football Manager 2025. I'm loving this. I love this news. Keep bringing the news. And let's get Football Manager 2025 from 10 million players in FM24 to 25, 30 million and become the world's greatest football game officially. Let's go, lads. And I'll see you on another video.